Alrighty, good evening, Spartans. Thank you all so much for joining us today. My name is Austin McKim, and I have the privilege of overseeing our new student orientation program here called SOAR at UNC Greensboro. We've got an exciting program planned for this evening. We're going to give you a little preview of what you can expect for your upcoming SOAR session. We've also got members of the Spartan orientation staff, or SOS for short, who are current UNCG students who will be leading your different small group meetings and some other programs throughout the summer during SOAR. You'll also get a chance to meet them in August. So they're going to be an important resource for you, and we want to make sure you get a chance to meet them. Before we get started in too deep, I am going to share my screen so I can give you some updates about what to expect for the evening. So if you do have any questions for tonight, please go ahead and use our Wi-Fi texting line. The number is 1-336-541-6939. Again, you'll see it on my screen. We've got folks monitoring the text, so you can either get your questions answered via text, or we'll have a live portion where we'll get some of those questions answered. So please be sure to go ahead and submit your questions. Next thing I want to mention is some important new student checklist items to go ahead and accomplish if you haven't done so already. So first things first, you may not have confirmed your intent to enroll yet or signed up for SOAR. That's okay, you can still do that. So first thing you want to make sure you do is, again, go to Spartan link, confirm that intent to enroll if you know you're coming to UNCG. Then you'll head over to the new student portal and you'll go ahead and fill out a survey. If you're a freshman student, what we call the class schedule interest survey, and sign up for a SOAR date. You'll use your UNCG email and password to sign into the new student portal. So again, if you haven't done so already, please make sure you go ahead and sign up for SOAR, make your SOAR reservation if you haven't done that yet. If you have signed up or ready to go, you might be coming to our session on Monday, so we can't wait to meet you in just a few days. Prior to your SOAR session, no matter what day you're attending, you want to make sure you watch the Before You SOAR videos in the new student portal. These videos are focused on giving you information that you need to accomplish over the summertime in preparation for the fall. So some of those things could include your Spartan card, your meal plan, your parking pass, your immunization records, getting accommodation set up, all those kind of important to-do items and information that you need in preparation for the fall semester. So please go ahead and be sure to watch those videos. You can go ahead and start getting ahead of the game to get ready for the fall semester. One thing I did want to plug, if you want to live on campus and you haven't completed the housing application, you can still do that. You can sign up for housing in June all the way through July 7th to be eligible for the 1,500 housing grant. So if you haven't done so already, you can go to housing website on the Artemis, sign up for housing to be eligible for that grant. So another action item you can go ahead and get accomplished. Other thing you can go ahead and start doing is saving your first year texting phone number in your cell phone. That texting line is the one I mentioned just a moment ago, 1-336-541-6939. That's going to be a resource for you all throughout the year, as well as for tonight if you want to text in questions. We also go ahead and encourage you to go ahead and follow us on social media at UNCG_YFY on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're starting to post information about the summertime, things to expect for the fall semester, and give you a little bit of insight in what it means to be a UNCG student. So those are some of the things that you can look forward to as you get ready to navigate the semester and get ready for SOAR in particular this summer. So before I keep moving forward, I do want to go ahead and bring in members of the Spartan orientation staff, SOS. They're going to join us here. They're going to unmute their screens and they're going to have a chance to introduce themselves. So they're going to go ahead and join the call. So SOS, go ahead and join me. Alrighty, so as I mentioned, our SOS are current UNCG students who serve in this position. They're here to be a resource for you to help you navigate the transition to UNCG. Again, they'll be leading your small groups over the summertime and we'll be texting you or talking to you via GroupMe, via email. And again, the most important thing is that they're a resource to help you transition to UNCG. So they're going to introduce themselves so you get a chance to meet them. And so Katie, you're going to kick us off.
Hi everyone, my name is Katie Galdamez. I'm a senior from Durham, North Carolina. I'm a psychology major and minoring in business.
Hello, my name is Felipe Andrade Vega, and my major is secondary education and history, and I am from Rohan, North Carolina.
Hey everyone, my name is Kaylee Del Greco. I'm a junior at UNCG studying communication studies with a minor in psychology, and I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina.
My name is Jalen Moore. I'm a communications major. I'm from Durham, North Carolina. Hello, Spartans. My name is Alexis Mark. I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina, and I'm a junior kinesiology major.
Hi, my name is Anaya Atwaters. I'm a rising sophomore BFA musical theater major, and I'm from Asheville, North Carolina.
Hi everyone, I'm Jayla McLean. I'm a rising junior and a political science major, and I'm from Bridgeport, Connecticut.
My name is Morgan. I'm a sophomore, majoring in psychology, minoring in teaching concept studies, and I'm from the DMV.
Hi, y'all. I'm Kayla. I'm a senior majoring in special elementary education, and I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Hello, my name is Augustine Saldana. I'm a kinesiology major with a Spanish minor, and I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina.
Hey y'all, my name is Alex Little. I'm from Sanford, North Carolina, and I'm majoring in English secondary education.
Hi everyone, my name is Eugenie Tadros. I'm a rising sophomore majoring in marketing, and I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Hey y'all, my name is Williams Ike. I'm from Nigeria, West Africa, and I'm a nursing student.
Hi everybody, my name is Victoria Howard. I'm a rising sophomore with a major in middle grades education and a minor in dance. Oh, I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, by the way.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lauren, and I'm a rising sophomore, and I'm an English and sociology double major on a pre-law track, and I am from Queen City, Charlotte.
Hi, everyone. My name is Grecia Navarro. I'm a rising senior, and I'm majoring in public health, and I'm from Mocksville, North Carolina.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ivy Priest. I am from Eden, North Carolina. I am a rising junior, and my major is English with a concentration in secondary education.
Hi, everyone. My name is Joseph Shore. I am a senior from Greensboro, North Carolina, and I'm majoring in entrepreneurship and minoring in personal selling.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kelsey Heflin. I am a political science major with a concentration in global politics, and I'm from Pilot Mountain, North Carolina.
Hi, I'm Rachel, and I'm a sophomore pre-nursing major, and I'm from Kernersville, North Carolina.
Hi, my name is Michaela Lewis. I'm from Winton, North Carolina, and I'm majoring in psychology and sociology, and I'm a rising junior.
Hi, everybody. My name is David Wynn. I am a rising junior. I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina, and I'm a communication studies major.
Hi, everybody. My name is Aaliyah Mills. I'm majoring in business administration with a concentration in human resources. I'm a rising junior, and I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hello, everybody. I am Modesty Fogg. I'm a rising sophomore. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina, and I'm majoring in pre-nursing.
All righty, we're going to give a virtual round of applause to our SOS. We appreciate them. They've been hard on campus for about 2 weeks getting ready for training, or been doing training and getting ready for Work the Soar sessions. They are on campus, so one reason to make sure you follow YFY, they're doing different social media takeovers to give you a glimpse on campus because you may not have seen it. So we are here on campus to give you a little insight throughout the summertime. So a few of the SOS are going to hang on to answer some questions later on, but the rest are going to enjoy the rest of their night, and you will see them here in a few weeks. All righty, we will keep moving forward here with the rest of our program here before we get into questions. I did want to move into a little bit of sharing the source schedule with you. So I shared my screen, and you can see the full source schedule. The source schedule is available on our website right now that you can see. You see we've got a jam-packed day of events, all virtual throughout the day. So our day starts with a video that you watch in the morning. You'll see throughout the day, students, you'll participate in 3 small groups that'll be live at those specific times, led again by our SOS. So you'll be assigned to an SOS leader, and they'll be emailing you with your Zoom links to get you ready for the sessions here coming up. So just be sure you're checking your Uncg email. That's where that information will be coming for you to log on to the sessions. A few other things we've got for students to participate in is what we call the Spartan Expo. This is a chance for you all to meet our different campus departments and sponsors, learn how to get involved on campus, ask questions, things such as student employment opportunities, or joining a fraternity sorority, or have questions about financial aid. So For example, those are just a few things that offices you may encounter and have questions. You'll be able to jump into different breakout rooms and meet different departments. So that's another live event that you'll log on a specific time. Another thing that we have is a student organization fair. So we've got quite a wide variety of student organizations that will participate in the student organization fair. So you get to learn about these student organizations, meet more UNCG students, and go ahead and start getting signed up for some of those student orgs as early as June, which is really exciting to go ahead and get your involvement foot started. So you can also see that we've got some breaks built in between. We know Zoom fatigue is real, and we want to make sure you get a break. So make sure you use those breaks to walk outside, get something to eat, stay hydrated, get rested throughout the day. For our parents and families, you'll see that we've got 3 videos for you all to watch throughout the day that'll go live on those specific times with information specific to you all. So if you are available and you can watch those videos, we encourage you to do so. If not, again, they'll be available on our virtual SOAR webpage after SOAR for you to watch if you didn't have a chance to miss it. So that's for our first year students, first year freshmen. For incoming transfers, your schedule looks pretty similar. One last thing I'll mention about the freshman schedule that you'll see. So students only, you'll be joining with your college and school for a session with your academic advisors. They'll talk about the pre-registration process. You'll get a chance to meet advisors, learn how advising works at UNCG, and again, get questions answered. That's another highlight of the live sessions. You have a chance to interact and meet different people on campus. For incoming transfer students, you'll see the schedule is pretty the same. The only thing is you'll get a little bit extra sleep. And don't have the college and school session. So again, you have a full day where you get to meet plenty of students, learn about ways to get involved on campus, and again, make sure you get everything you need to make a successful transition to UNCG. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen for a moment and give you just some other kind of tips of what you can expect for the day. So one of the most popular questions that we get is, what can you expect? So our goal is that you get a chance to meet both new and current UNCG students, staff, as well as advisors. And that's what can give you a little bit more tips of what to expect from the virtual experience shortly. The biggest thing we want to make sure you know is make sure you know when you need to log on, make sure you have the right links that you need throughout the day. You're going to get those in your UNCG email, but also make sure you save them. And if you need help, you can text Wi-Fi or email soar@uncg.edu throughout the day to make sure you get what you need. A couple other, actually, I'm going to stop talking because I think folks are probably tired of talking or hearing me talk. So we're going to move into some questions here because I can feel like we've got some questions coming in. Perfect. So to start, everyone can answer this one. So I touched on this a little bit, but what tip do you have for students to prepare them for virtual SOAR? So anyone can take this and we'll jump around and answer that.
I can start off and just saying, come in with an open mind. This is a time to connect with your SOAR leader as well as connect with other students in your small group. Also come prepared with any questions because this is a time specifically for you to get your questions answered and learn more about UNCG and college life in general.
I would bounce off what Katie said. Definitely come prepared with your questions. Definitely get a lot of rest because we are going to be together most of the day from probably like 9 to 5. So make sure you get that rest. And also come energized because what you put in is what you're going to get out of it. So.
And I would like to reiterate what Victoria said and definitely come well rested because it is a jam-packed full day. And like she said, what you put in is what you get out of it. So definitely want to make sure you are at 100% because it really is an amazing experience and you don't want to miss out on it.
Anything else anyone wants to add, or we think we covered it? Good. Awesome. So one question that came in that I can answer and any of the SOS can add on to it. When will we get our class schedule and how early do advisors schedule our classes? So for our incoming freshman students, you fill out the class schedule interest survey in the new student portal. Advisors are looking at that information as we speak, also looking at your intended major, your degree requirements, and pre-registering you for your class schedule. The important thing to note is that you must attend SOAR to get access to that class schedule for our incoming freshman students. You have to attend to get that class schedule. After you attend SOAR, you'll receive communication with your advisors to schedule a time to meet with them if you would like, make changes, talk through it further, and your advisors during virtual SOAR will talk a little bit more about that process. For incoming transfer students, if we have any of you all on the call today, you will do what we call advising and registration by appointment. So advisors have started to reach out to schedule those one-on-one appointments. We know you may be coming with a lot of different credits and classes and different things. We want to make sure you talk through all that and get the classes that are the most relatable and most what you need for the semester. Oh, we got a great question coming in. So Alexis, why don't you answer this one to start us off? So a student wants to know, what will they get out of joining the Zoom small groups with the SOS?
What you will get out of this experience is you will get a lot of your questions that you may have, not only you, but your parents may have. This is a time to connect to UNCG. Maybe you haven't had that chance to be on UNCG's campus or have had any type of event with UNCG. So this is like that first experience, of UNCG. Also, it's a time to meet students who are coming into UNCG just like yourself. It's also a chance to meet students like myself and the other SOS on this call who've we've experienced school in a pandemic, so we could give you, our advice on how to deal with that, or just any questions that you may have or concerns. We're basically here to help.
Katie and Alexis had the chance to run Virtual Soar last year when they got hired before pre-pandemic and then worked it last year. Victoria or Jenny, did you all do Virtual Soar last summer?
Yeah, we had our SOAR virtually. It was pretty cool.
Do you want to talk a little bit about what you got out of your small groups from last summer?
Yeah, I got a lot out of it because I was really nervous coming in, but SOAR was really comforting because I had the whole entire day to ask any questions I had, and I also became friends with my SOAR leader, and I followed him on Instagram, and any questions I had, I just texted him. And yeah, as Alexis was saying, you get to meet other students, you get to ask a lot of questions, you have the whole entire day to ask any questions. And also, we're not a staff, we're students, just like the people coming into our source sessions. So any questions you have, they can be answered on that day.
Victoria, do you want to add on too?
Yeah, I can add on. Definitely going with what Eugenie said. I definitely learned a lot. It's funny because Alexis actually was my virtual, orientation leader. So she was amazing. She answered pretty much all of my questions that I had. So I was very prepared when I actually came on campus. So that's a good thing. We learned, I became friends with the people who were in my class, very informational, and it didn't feel like just a lecture. I actually got to relate to the people who were in my incoming class, relate to my orientation leader. So it wasn't just a boring thing, because of course I was like, 9 o'clock, that is so early. But it didn't really feel like a long day because I had people to relate with. It was a fun time. And overall, I got to just learn about the G.
Awesome. I'm going to keep moving on to questions, but one thing I did want to mention to folks in case there is some confusion. Our SOAR program is virtual, so our entire program will be online virtual. So if you're signed up for a June SOAR date, you do not come to campus. You can simply be at your home, wherever you are, and log on to your orientation from there. It is completely virtual. To access all the videos and the Zoom links, again, it'll all be online. So if you're scheduled for June 7th, you don't need to come to campus. Make sure you check your UNCG email, follow the links of the schedule throughout the day, and we'll make sure you get what you need. So just want to make sure we clear that up because I know folks may be a little bit confused with that, especially now that things are continuing to open up across the state and the country. But SOAR, again, will be virtual for the summertime. Another question that came in is related to changing their major at SOAR. So that's a really good question. I will hit on this really quickly. So students in the new student portal, you can change your major to a different major in the new student portal as part of the SOAR reservation process. However, if you wake up on you're signed up for June 8th and you realize, oh crap, I don't want to do marketing anymore, I want to do psychology, that's okay. We'll make sure, just talk with your SOS to say, hey, I said this major originally, but I want to do psychology. Which college and school session should I join? And so Alexis will tell you, or Joseph will tell you, yep, you're going to go to the College of Arts and Sciences. Just let them know that you may be you're going to eventually change to psychology, and they can help you there. All right. So one question that we get is related to Zoom, and they want to know, students want to know if they have to have their camera on the whole time in their Zoom small groups.
I can say we will encourage that you all have your camera on and be interactive, but we understand that some of you all may not be able to do that. But really during SOAR, being in your small groups, this is a time to really get engaged, get all the information you need, meet your other people, like I said, that are going through the same process with you and learning, meeting your new SOS leader. I mean, this is really a time to get engaged. So we would encourage you to have your camera on and speak and everything like that, be engaged. But like I said, we know that under certain circumstances, you may not be able to do that.
And folks, go ahead, Katie.
No, I was just gonna say we have some fun things planned for you all, so it'll be encouraged to have your cameras on because we do want to meet you and have a good experience with you, and you guys having a good experience with us as well.
Awesome. We got a really good question here. Comes in. Will we discuss how to get our Spartan cards, other information, and move-in dates as part of the SOAR experience? So I know we touched a little bit of that on the small groups, but do y'all want to talk about the Canvas course and how we've got all the different resources there that you'll walk through and make sure you get all the information? Does anyone want to expand on that a little bit, and I can add on too?
Okay, I can take this one. So there's multiple Canvas courses offered based on the school that you are going into, based on your major. So whether it's marketing, so you'd go to the Bryan School of Business, or if it's in humanities, health and science. And in this course, there are basically generalization going through what you can expect in terms of housing or in terms of like finances. And we hit each of these points. And also along with this too, at the Spartan Expo, this is another place in which you can talk to these offices and have them answer your questions.
Yep, so Joseph hit it a little bit. You'll be in a Canvas course. I'm going to walk you through it, how to make sure you get all that information. In the Before You Soar videos as well, you'll notice there that we've got information about how to do your Spartan card. Talks a little bit about move-in, as well as some of those important other to-do items, because I just see we got a question that says, what else do we need other than our Spartan card? So SOS, let me know if I'm missing any of the key highlights that you remember from your time. I gotta make sure you get your Spartan card. You wanna sign up for a meal plan. You wanna get your parking pass. You wanna get your immunizations records. After you get classes, you wanna waive your health insurance. Was there anything else that I'm missing from being a new student from your time that we wanna make sure we kind of is added on their checklist? Set up the payment plan is another good one. Okay. I'm getting some thumbs up from Victoria, so that means I know I hit all the points. One more thing I will plug as well is that we do have more live Q&A sessions happening throughout the month of June. One of those is particularly on June 25th, I believe, is about getting ready for the fall semester. And we're going to talk a little bit more in depth about housing, the move-in process, what it looks like, all the dates. So please mark your calendar for that. Your SOS will give you those dates as part of SOAR. We got a question about the new student fee. SOS, do you want me to take this one? Is anyone? I guess I will take this one here. And I promise folks, I'm going to try to stop answering questions. So the new student fee, when does that need to be paid? So the new student fee gets added to the student's bill. It does not need to be paid prior to your SOAR session when you set up your payment plan in the summertime in July. You'll get notification about that when your bill is available, and you can use your financial aid to pay for your bill, which includes the new student fee. The new student fee includes things such as orientation, Rock and Welcome Weeks, Navigate programs, the Your First Year programs. A lot of the new student programs that you'll get through the entire first year is covered by that fee. So again, when you pay your bill in July, it's included in that, so no need to worry about anything payment for June. So what do parents and families get out of attending SOAR with their students? So does anyone want to talk about what we're offering for parents and families during virtual SOAR?
So as Austin went over the schedule of virtual SOAR earlier, but we do have parent and welcome webinars, I guess you could say, where the families will hear from the Division of Student Affairs about resources to help support their students transition into college. So there are programs for families, parents and families that your parents can go to to get information or questions that they may have get answered.
And for families, you've got access to the Virtual Soar webpage. So you'll get an email with a link to that webpage, and all that webpage will have the same materials that your student learned about in Canvas. So it's a good time for you all to talk about, okay, what are some of the things that stuck out in the Canvas course? What did you learn about how to get involved on campus? Oh, I heard about these things in the campus experience video. What do you think about that? So it's a good way for you to kind of get caught up on the information from a parent and family perspective, for you to talk with your student about those items as well as they make the transition to Uncg. So it's a good way to have a nice conversation starter. We got another logistical question about signing up for SOAR, so I will take this one. So I want to know how to get into an early SOAR session. The session's at the end of June. That's totally fine. If your session is at the end of June, you can always email us at soar@uncg.edu to see if any spots have opened up earlier. But you still get pre-registered for classes. They'll still make sure you get the classes that you need that meet degree requirements. If you're really eager, have a conflict, you can email us and see what we can do to be flexible there. But if you're in the month of June, that's totally okay. It's no worries at all there. Okay, let me see. I'm going to pause to see if we got any more questions coming in. Okay, Jenny, someone likes your Uncg background. So I know this was a special background, but can you tell students where they can go just to get general Uncg Zoom backgrounds? Anyone know where they can do that?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I had to find a background for one of our meetings, not an SOS. I could have just used that one, but if you just go look up Uncg virtual backgrounds, you'll find multiple ones, and you can download them and just use those for meetings and stuff like that. My office is a little bit messy, so I'm using it right now. So they're saviors if you don't want to show your, you want to be on the camera, but you want to show your room or the place that you're at.
Awesome. So we've got some folks joining in a little bit later that may have missed the part at the beginning. So folks want to know how will I know what sessions to join? How will I get my Zoom links? Can someone talk about the email that you send so they can kind of know how to make sure they know what to join?
Each student is assigned to a SOAR leader, and your SOAR leader should be emailing you probably a day before your Zoom session, telling you all the information you need to know for the day that you're going to be logging in, with all the Zoom links and all the information you need to have a successful SOAR session.
And one thing we do like to do, I do want to plug, is that make sure you've got GroupMe downloaded on your phone or on your device. You'll get added to a GroupMe, which is a great way. It's a way to get quick answers if you've got concerns or tech issues with your SOS, or just want to talk with them. They're there for you. You can talk with other members of your group. Sometimes you don't want to be on Zoom. You may just be texting, need something quick. So make sure you've got GroupMe downloaded. You'll receive an invite to join a Zoom group for your specific SOAR session as well. Alexis, you have something to say?
Since we were talking about Zoom, students, make sure that you all have Zoom up to date, because a lot of features that are on the new thing, us as SOS will be using. So make sure that your Zooms are up to date.
All right, we got a two-part question I want everybody to answer, and Joseph, you're gonna kick us off. So, what are SOS looking forward to both for virtual SOAR and for the upcoming fall semester?
The first thing I would say that I'm looking forward to is honestly meeting every single one of you out there, because this is an amazing experience for not just you to learn more about UNCG, but for us to just branch out and also just see all the diversity that exists here on this campus. And that kind of leads into what I'm looking forward to in the fall, because now since restrictions are getting lowered, there are a lot more in-person events, and there are over 250 organizations at UNCG. And because of that, we can actually meet in person. I'm looking forward to that.
I can go next. I am excited to meet everyone, also make an impact on my students the same way my SOAR leader impacted me. I'm excited this fall to finally get right into all of my major classes now that I'm a senior. Also, getting more involved on campus.
Honestly, I'm so excited about sharing the information that we've been giving to during our training for the past 2 weeks of giving to a lot of information that I would love to share with my students coming in, because I know a lot of us can be nervous as just as I was. So this information, I hope, like it'll may help the students feel better and, just meet you all.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to meet each and every single one of you guys. I am like so excited, you do not know. But I'm excited, and I'm excited to be a resource to you guys because I know like we're all SOS leaders, but we are still college students as well. So you can relate to us anytime you want. And for fall semester, I am excited to do more things in person as well, especially like activities. Hopefully, we can start going to games, performances, all that stuff. So I'm excited for all of it.
I'm excited to meet all of you all. And what I'm looking forward to the fall, I guess that was a question. Um, I'm actually my major now, so I'm taking a lot more of my major classes and they're starting to get a lot harder. So I'm just praying for a smooth sailing semester.
Awesome. So don't forget, if there's anyone joining us, please be sure you can text us your questions, 1-336-541-6939. I think we're caught up to date with questions. So here I'm going to pause. I'm going to give you a couple more pieces of information while we get more questions to come in, and I'll go ahead and share my screen. So here on our Virtual SOAR webpage, you'll see this link here at the top, newstudents.uncg.edu/SOAR/virtual-SOAR. This is going to be your one-stop shop for all things related to your virtual SOAR experience. So if you go here, you'll see, we described the SOAR experience. You'll see the full schedule that I shared a little bit earlier that you can look at and review. You'll have the links and the videos will be here that you need to watch on the day of. But I did want to go ahead and plug our other live Q&As that we're doing throughout the month of June. So again, thanks for joining us for our first one to kick us off. Our next one is specifically related to transfer students, but I do think there is some relatability for anyone who's transitioning into the university in any way, shape, or form to get started about at your new home here. You'll hear from admissions, Division of Student Success, Career and Professional Development, as well as one or two of our transfer students to talk about their perspective. That is on June 15th. Our next event is on June 17th for parents and families. You'll hear from the Division of Student Affairs to talk about some common transition issues, concerns, things to talk about with your student, as well as some tangible resources of how you can get involved as a parent and family member. Here at Uncg, we've got a lot of support networks for parents and families to be active. June 21st is Money Matters related to financial planning. So not only talking about financial aid or cashiers, but as well as student employment, as well as financial literacy. So we know many of you may want to work on campus. We'll talk about some of those opportunities, talk about tips with your payment plan, getting that set up, the different financial literacies and navigating all those different terminologies and things to set you up financially in a good foot. Then our last event is June 25th, preparing for the fall, ready, set, go. So really focused on information about move-in, what to expect from events starting in August, what to expect from classes, all those different things that you'll need when you come back to school in August. So we really encourage you to participate in those. They will be available on the Virtual SOAR webpage after they take place. It may take a couple of days, so be patient with us, but you can expect to hear those if you miss any. And if you do have any questions, feel free, you can submit a question in advance of any of those sessions. We'll hopefully make sure we answer it. But again, once we email you this webpage, make sure you please bookmark it, as well as for our parents and families. You'll see here, once you hit SOAR presentations, you'll see all of the different resources here on campus. We know it may seem like a little overwhelming at first, but we've tried to make it as much as organized, but we want to make sure you get all the information that you need as well. So I'll stop sharing my screen. I'll see if any more questions came in, but I did want to make sure everyone got that as well. So we did get a question if it's too late, if they haven't signed up for SOAR yet. I know we put the June 1st date out there, but if you haven't signed up for SOAR, it's okay. We've got sessions open later in the month of June, so please make sure you go ahead and make your SOAR reservation. We want to make sure we see you. We want to make sure you get those classes in the fall in particular. It's going to be really important there. Alrighty, so it looks like we're all caught up on some questions. I'm going to just take a break just to double check. All right, I'm going to do the classic question that as students you always get. What is your favorite thing about UNCG?
say all the involvement opportunities. I know for me personally, like I'm a super introverted person. I'm shy and it's hard to get out of my shell, but um, UCG offers a lot of involvement opportunities. SOS really opened up a lot of opportunities for me. So, and it also helped me grow personally and professionally. So I would also advise people who are introverts like me to not hesitate and take advantage of every opportunity you see.
I just love the school spirit and the traditions that UNCG has. I'll name just a couple. We have putting the apple on Minerva. This is if you put the apple on Minerva, she will give you good luck for your finals or any exams that you have. We also have the clock tower. Don't walk under it, or you won't graduate on time. It's like a superstition. And then we also have the rock, which is where you can go out and spray paint whatever you want, and you have to put like the date and the time that you did it, and it has to stay there for 24 hours. So those are just a couple of the UNCG traditions.
Speaking of traditions, my favorite thing is fried chicken Wednesdays. Okay. Our chicken is so great. Okay. I don't want to boast, but it's just so good. And then the mac and cheese with hot sauce. Yeah. But that is my number one favorite thing. And I just love UNCG. It's diversity and inclusiveness. And I just feel like home here. So
Yeah, as Victoria was saying, yeah, the diversity on campus and in the school is insane. It's the most beautiful thing. Even on our team, none of us are the same, but we connect through UNCG. Yeah, the diversity is really good, and the campus is just beautiful. I personally did not get to live on campus for my freshman year because it was online. But coming back, everything was just like it felt like home. It was really really nice, and the professors are so nice. I came into school very nervous about the academic aspect of college, but the professors were very understanding of the situation we were in, and they were just as stressed out as we were, and they shown that we're all struggling with that situation and the COVID and everything. So the professors were very understanding and they were very, very helpful. And they were very nice when we walk into office hours or anything like that. They were very welcoming.
One thing I really like about UNCG that was kind of touched on a bit is just the community here. Because as mentioned by Victoria, it's so diverse and there really is a little bit of something for everybody, whether it is a student organization or a leadership role or a job that's offered on campus. And as Eugenie mentioned, just the teachers, the professors, the advisors, everyone actually does care about you here and it actually feels like that. You don't feel like you're just a number, you feel like you're actually somebody here. And that is something I really appreciate about UNCG.
Alrighty, we got a really good question about the fall semester that I can answer for the group. So, when do classes start? So classes will start on Tuesday, August 17th. However, new students will participate in a program called Navigate. That'll be around August 12th through the 16th. So you get a chance to meet the SOS in person, which is exciting. Pick up some free swag, meet more UNCG students, meet your deans and academic college and school students in those respective colleges and schools. So it's a really exciting event that we are excited to bring back to campuses, which should be it used to be a signature event. We had to do a revised version last year. Now we're bringing it even more closer to normal. It'll be based on your college and school when you're moving in. So just pay attention to your email, but you'll attend Navigate on one of those dates, and then you'll start classes on Tuesday, August 17th. Alrighty, we do have some parents and families joining us. So maybe have a couple of you give, what tip would you have for a parent and family member of a new incoming UNCG student that you would tell a parent and family member?
Just support your student, because transitioning from high school to college can be a lot, and I know it was a lot for me. So having that support from my mother and other family members really meant a lot, and it just helped my transition. It was just helped my transition become more smooth.
yes, definitely having a support system is number one. because I did miss home. I would call my mom like every day, and it felt nice to call her because, like Alexa said, it's not the same, but it is a big transition. Of course, you're meeting new people, living by yourself. Your mom can't wake you up in the morning. Your dad's like, can't wake you up in the morning, all this stuff, and your parents can't wake you up. So it's a really huge transition, and just having a support system in your back pocket is really good. So supporting 100%.
I would say attending the parent store is very, very important because you will get to know a lot of resources that can help you make sure that your students are and your daughters and sons are in good hands and they're safe on campus. You'll get to know about the mobile app and that you have the app can be in a certain way just for you as parents, and you don't have to check every second and talk to your students every minute. You get to know a lot of resources and offices that can help you make sure that your students are in good hands.
Alrighty, we got a couple questions coming in now. So question related to housing. So for those who lived on campus related to housing assignments, do your housing assignments after course selection, or when do they typically happen? When did you find out about your room? When do you remember finding out about who your roommate was?
I remember finding out who my roommate was. It was sometime in the summer. So you should have that assignment in the summer. And if you can reach out to your roommate. If you want to change your roommate, however, I don't know your situation, you can always go to Artemis, that's on the UNCG website, and you can go to that portal to change your roommate. You can even change your meal plan there. So yeah, I believe I learned my room assignment during the summertime. So you should learn it yeah, before August, definitely.
Also, I know Victoria mentioned emailing your roommate. I know they only provide your roommate's UNCG email, and I know a lot of students don't check their UNCG email, they check more their personal email. So just if you do decide to email your roommate, kind of give them time because like I said, they may not be checking it 24/7.
Alrighty, we got a question about the new student portal and how to log in. So once you've confirmed your intent to enroll in about 24 hours, you'll get an email with a link to sign into the new student portal. The biggest thing is that you have to log in with your UNCG credentials. So once you confirm your intent to enroll, you'll get an email to set up your UNCG email and your password and your PIN and all the fun names. Make sure you save that PIN number, make sure you save your ID number, save your email, save your password, because you'll start using that to log into Artemis and the new student portal. So you will log into the new student portal with your UNCG credentials and go through the process. If you're having any issues at all with that, go ahead and email us at soar@uncg.edu. That allows us, make sure you tell us our name, that allows us to look in the back end of the system, maybe see something's going on in some way, shape, or form, so we can help you and get you signed up. So again, the new student portal, you can go on the SOAR website, find the link to that, and go ahead and sign in there. So what is the move-in date for first-year students? So move-in dates will happen in 2 phases. It'll be, first phase will be during stop, drop, and roll. Will happen in July, and you'll receive information based off of your residence hall with that. And then you'll have phase 2, return to campus, where you'll bring the rest of your stuff. Ideally, you moved in all the major things, and maybe just got a couple of book bags or something to come back. SOS, I know housing came in and talked with us, and if there's anything else there around move-in that I didn't mention that the HRL team talked with us about.
I know that you all will be receiving your Spartan cards when you move in.
Yep, so Alexa makes a good point. If you are living on campus, you will receive your Spartan card as part of that stop, drop, and roll. We got a good question. How do we join the Zoom meetings on the day of SOAR? Is anyone want to take that question?
I'll take it. Earlier in this live session, Katie mentioned that each SOS will send out an email to their students. We just have a small group. You're assigned to one of us, and we will send out the email. So the day of, just check your email. It's going to be on your UNCG email, not your personal one, the one from UNCG. Just click that link, and you should be set to go.
Awesome. Next question is, can anyone advise who's an exploratory major? What does that mean?
I'm not an exploratory major, but for what I know personally, I think you are assigned to an advisor in the exploratory program, and then they kind of help you like navigate your courses, so you can take some different classes and different majors, and then you kind of decide on like, oh, I kind of like this class, and then they help you out and keep you on track still for graduation, even though you're not assigned to a major, but you're on the way to planning what major you're gonna choose.
All right, we got a next question about payments for tuition. When did they show up? Do y'all remember when you got a notification about when you had to start making your payments?
Your bill should be available to view July 8th or 9th. I think she said the night of the 8th or something, but July 8th or 9th, you should be able to view your bill, and bills are due, I believe, July 29th. And you all are allowed to set up a payment plan. I believe there's a 4-month and a 5-month, but if you do set up a payment plan, there is a $35 setup fee.
Yep, Alexis hit it on the head. The last thing I will mention, the deadline to set up the plan for 5 payments is July 16th. Then the deadline for 4 payments is July 29th. But Alexis is correct on those dates. Early July 7th or 8th, you can see it. You can make sure to have everything set up by July 29th, all things related to your bill. Let's see, we got a good question about most classes going to be in person or still online. I can hit on that a little bit. So we're hoping to definitely offer more classes in person. We've always offered classes online here at UNCG, even prior to COVID. We will still offer some online classes. Again, not every class may have an online option. Some may be fully in person, but we'll work with students and those who maybe aren't comfortable still coming back to person, but we're hoping to have more classes in person than we did in the fall to get things hopefully, quote unquote, back to normal. Obviously, social distancing, face coverings will still be abided by as well. I'll hit another new student portal question. Got an emails about the language diagnostic. The language diagnostic is required for certain majors. Advisors use this information to place you in a foreign language. UNCG, based off of your major, does require you to take a foreign language course or courses. So that diagnostic allows advisors to put you in the right one. So if you've never taken Spanish before, we don't want to put you in Spanish 400, we'll put you in Spanish 100. So that diagnostic helps advisors put you in the right classes. Okay. I'm getting some questions that we haven't talked with the SOS about yet, so that's why I'm jumping in on some of these here. So the Summer with the Spartans event, is that just for students or can parents come too? That is primarily for students. Those events that'll happen on June 12th and June 26th. Those are primarily for students, hosted with our admissions office. So, but again, parents and families can still come with their students to take a tour of the campus. We do offer small group tours to make sure you see the campus. So the campus is open. You can walk around. Things are open around here. Not a ton, but the bookstore, some of our dining locations are open that you all can come to campus, as well as do a small group family tour as well. All right, I'm going to pause here. We've got about 10 minutes left, so I'm going to see if there's any more questions that are coming through. Alrighty, good question about the SOAR Canvas course. You will get into that Canvas course 1 to 2 days before your SOAR session. You'll get an email invite to join it to your UNCG email. And your SOS will talk more about that Canvas course during your small groups during your virtual SOAR session. Question, if you're not living on campus, when do you get your Spartan card? Again, I'm sorry, folks, you're probably tired of hearing me talk, but some of these details are getting worked out as things continue to change with COVID and more events on campus. So students, if you're not living on campus, you're a new student, you'll get your Spartan card as part of Navigate. So if you're a commuter student not living on campus, you'll get your Spartan card on your Navigate day. More information to come. Oh, we got a good question that folks can answer. So how many of you have a parking pass or drive your car to campus? Raise your hand for me. Perfect. So Alexis and Joseph, this one will be for you. If both of you want to hit on how do parking passes work here at UNCG.
So I know me personally, I'm a commuter. I live at home. I have e-parking. So we have 3 parking decks on campus. We also have like gravel parking. There's parking off of Gate City Boulevard where you can get on a bus and they will transport you to campus. The prices do vary. My best advice on how to choose what parking pass to get depends on where your classes are, especially for commuters. So if you don't have a class until like 11 p.m., I would not get a parking pass on campus because the parking lots on campus fill up very quickly. They fill up at like 8 a.m. So my best recommendation, if you're a commuter student and your first class isn't till 11 p.m., I would just get an e-parking pass. You park off Gate City Boulevard, you ride the bus, and they'll drop you off on campus.
So as Alexis mentioned, there are various parking pass options available. There's mainly split into 2 sections, one for residential students who live on campus, and then the commuter students. I too am a commuter student and I have the e-parking pass as well. So definitely you want to look at the list and just kind of decide what your needs are. So like Alexis mentioned, depending on when your classes are, if it's in the morning, which one you should probably go for. If it's later in the evening, which one you should probably go for in that regards. I believe they do have it listed on their website, on the UNCG parking website. But if you do have questions, you could probably email them at parking@uncg.edu.
In that SOAR Canvas course, as well as in the Virtual SOAR webpage, parking does have additional information there, as well as the Before You SOAR videos talks you through some of the parking options that are available and how to go get your parking pass and whatnot too. Alrighty, we got a question I think someone should be able to answer. When is the best time to submit your immunization records? Anyone remember submitting the immunization records and what that looked like?
Hey again. I think you should submit those records as soon as possible. It's better to get it early than to wait till the last minute because if you don't submit those forms, then we can't have that information. And obviously, we are going through a pandemic, so it's good to have, all the shots you've taken, all the shots that you need to be taken, so you can be healthy to be on campus.
Also, if you don't have turn in your immunizations, you are not allowed in the classroom. The student health services need to have those immunizations for you to even step on campus. So like Victoria said, get those in as soon as possible.
And I did see, I looked back at my notes, the deadline is September 10th to do that. But again, if you've got them ready and you've already visited your doctor, you got an appointment coming up, go ahead and knock it off your to-do list. So you don't have to worry about getting any more emails about it. But again, the final deadline is September 10th, but we definitely encourage you to do that as soon as you can. Alrighty, we are getting short on time and I want to make sure we wrap up here. So I'm going to share my screen to give you some final updates as we wrap up our session tonight. So again, first off, we just want to say thank you. This was really great for us to be able to answer your questions. We're really excited that you got to meet members of our Spartan orientation staff to give you a little preview of what you can expect this summer, as well as get to know students you'll be interacting with this summer. You'll see on the screen all the places where you can go to get information. So at the top there, soar@uncg.edu is our email address. So if you've got questions or if you had a question that never got answered tonight, or as soon as we finish, you're like, oh man, I forgot the question, email it to us. We'll get back to it first thing 8 a.m. tomorrow morning to make sure you get the help you need. Again, the texting line 1-336-541-6939. It's been firing away with questions. So we appreciate your questions and engagement tonight. Go ahead and keep those questions up and we'll make sure to get help. Again, that website there, that's the Virtual SOAR webpage, as I mentioned. That's where you can see the schedule for the day, the future live sessions. You get links to all the materials and presentations. So be sure you bookmark that page. It'll be a really good, important resource for you. Then last but not least, again, follow YFY on social media. Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Again, we're actually doing a takeover tomorrow. I think Victoria, are you doing a takeover tomorrow? Yeah, Victoria is our takeover. Any highlights you want to preview, but don't want to give away too much? But any highlights you want to share before we wrap up?
Well,
Or just
tomorrow's
follow
gonna be
along.
exciting. Yes, you'll see tomorrow. It's a surprise. Wink.
Right. Is that on Instagram, right?
Yeah, it's on Instagram on the YFY page.
Perfect. I don't know all the social media things like they do, but at UNCG_Wi-Fi on Instagram, Victoria will be taking over tomorrow. So please be sure to follow us. Otherwise, really appreciate you all joining us tonight. Be sure to go ahead and if you haven't made your SOAR reservation, do that. But otherwise, we will see you starting next week. And we can't wait to see you. And as always, go Spartans.